It all starts with a lifelong dream of working miracles with medicines and healing people from their suffering. 30 years of student life with an uncompromised work ethic and an unrealistic competition, all for a career which is very fascinating, but there is a dark side to it, a deeper story that the general public does not want to hear. Welcome to India, where doctors are treated as gods but also punished for things which are out of their control. First of all, a very happy Doctor's Day. Before starting, here are a few statements which will help us understand the gravity of the situation. First, we have a psychiatrist, a working mother of a 3-month-old child who has committed suicide, and her final statement read that I have failed as a wife, as a mother and as a woman.
Next, we have a junior resident from a government hospital who stated that we need to work for 36-hour shifts without any sleep. A junior surgeon from another government hospital stated that we need to ask for a permission to sleep for an hour under the OT table. These might look like an isolated situations occurring within few individuals, but the reality is even more concerning.
In 1992, there was a law which passed which restricted doctors to work for a maximum of 12 hours per shift. But every intern has gone through 24-hour shifts which are glorified in the medical profession. But these can cause drastic side effects in the long run for both the doctors as well as the patient. Lack of proper infrastructure in government setting forces doctors at any level to sleep at odd places at odd hours, not even letting them complete their proper sleep, and forces doctors to work in cases of emergencies without any proper rest, which can cause a lot of mishaps.
We hear about a lot of incidents where the patients assault the doctors from various parts of the country. It doesn't happen with any other profession in India. But why does this happen only with the doctors? Lack of proper awareness about the general infrastructure available at the hospital by the public is the main reason for this problem. Politicians promise the world-class facilities available at the government hospital at free of cost, but in reality, it doesn't meet all the demands. Finally, it leads to alteration between the doctor and the patient relationship, and the patients feel that the doctors are not providing the facilities. After a tragedy occurs, what does a doctor receive? A compensation check for losing their life. Is this a purpose? The real healers are made by the government.
Whenever an incident happens in a medical college or a hospital, the media tries to jump in, trying to blame the toxic medical culture without having a proper understanding of what really happened and why the students are taking such drastic measures, all for attention and a few clicks. Blaming everything on ragging and portraying it as one of the most horrifying things. But in reality, the senior-junior bond is one of the few things in the medical culture that help us get through the medical college. Yes, I agree that there are a few incidents which occur here and there which can again be traced back to lack of staff and lack of proper infrastructure.
A survey of 1600 doctors at Tertiary Hospital of North India stated that about 30% of the doctors experienced depression and about 16% of the doctors had tried to commit suicide once in their lifetime. Yes, this is true. It happens everywhere. Depression, stress and burnout are due to experiencing verbal and physical abuse, no empathy from the seniors or the patients, lack of medical services and excessive workload due to the low staff. Not only this, it depends on how a doctor treats himself or herself. They feel as a stigma for the depression, they have no proper family time, late marriages, which eventually increases chances of infertility.
Finally, what does this all lead to? First, we have addictions, drinking, smoking and drug abuse, knowing what is right and what is wrong but still taking up the wrong choice. We have psychiatric issues like psychosis, bipolar disorders, anxiety and depression that a lot of medical students are suffering from. Finally, what does this all lead to? Before telling you that, let me remind you that there have been 50 MBBS suicides and 42 postgraduate suicides in the last 5 years. This is the final option that the students or the doctors in this country are going to. So how do we tackle this? I don't know, but maybe we can elect a government that can pay more attention to the needs of the staff and the hospital. Maybe we can treat doctors as regular people, allow them to have their own family time, allow doctors to pursue hobbies just like regular people, and allow doctors to have self-time. And one last thing is to stop the culture of naming, shaming and blaming in the hospital. There is not a single right thing which we can do that can change everything, but this is a small effort from our side to help everybody understand what really is happening with our profession.